Good morning and welcome. It's Saturday the 16th of July. I'm Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Coming up today, we've got a very brief recap of yesterday and then we've got today's bets. I've done it as a standard stake £20. So it's the first time in a few days we've done an actual £20 stake. I didn't want to go any higher with what's about today because it's not the best Saturday by any means. But I have made it more complicated. So I've got 5 bets with the 20 quid. So for those of you who like it when it gets a bit complicated and interesting, you're winning today. For those of you who want a couple of straightforward, simple bets, I'm sorry, that's not what I've got today. So we've gone slightly complicated and interesting today. And then we'll do a bit of a rundown recap of the golf in the Open because we started out with 14 players in various bets and we've only got 7 left. So it's not been a great start. So we need a progressive day 3. All right, so what did we have yesterday? It wasn't so good. I should say this is the second time I've done this video because the first time I got a knock on the door and halfway through, so never ideal. All right, so what have I got? Yesterday, gutting really. It happens, but it's just one of them things. Benefit run, got back to it was 33s night before, got into like 17-2 and only ran mid-div. Then musical medley wasn't good. Montez massively disappointed on that one. I thought that would run a lot better. Then Lily Lightfoot went and won, so we had a winner on there, but nothing to go with it. And then bet 2, we completely struck out. That was all done and dusted, rubbish. And then bet 3 with the win Trixie. We started off really nicely. Arctic Fox went and won really comfortably, but then third year was only second best, and Liberated Lad got a bit impeded going up trying to get up the rail. I don't think it would have won, but I do think it should have been a lot closer. So we ended the day with 2 winners and no return. So it's 15 on and 0 back yesterday. So really annoying. What it means is we need Saturday to save the day. Last weekend, my Saturday late night bet saved the day. This weekend, there is no late evening bet. So I think the last horse is like 4:43, something like that. So I've got no evening bet, no saver evening bet today. I just need the afternoon to work some magic somewhere. So this is what I've done with my £20 stake today. So I've got here, I don't do this very often, but these are some very shorties I've put together in trebles and fourfold. And I'm denied whether to put it out on the channel, and I still would stand by there's some level of value in all of these prices. And then you string them together, it becomes worth doing. I wouldn't do doubles or singles on any of these, and there was a couple of others I could have included that were a little bit higher, a bit riskier. So I'm hoping this goes okay, because it's one of those ones that you put a bet out like this, and if you get no winners out of this, then you look like an absolute crook. Say crook. I'm not charging any money. It's up to you whether you want to take the tips or not. It's a completely free channel. But here we go. So 203 Curragh, a little big bet, 8-13. So if that gets turned over, the bet is definitely on the not going well. So 322 Newmarket, Mukaddama 9-4. That's the second favourite. 417 Chester El Habib 10-11, and the 443 Cartmel D Star 11-8. So it's a 50p win trebles and 50p win fourfold. No double, no singles, just trebles and fourfold. That is bet 1. Okay, and then bet 2 is similar in the sense of it's just trebles and fourfold, but it's each way. So I've kind of this is the way I've done it. So 226 Ripon, Wen Moon 9-1, 235 the Curragh Lord Dudley 15-2. 345 Curragh History 8-1, and the 401 Ripon Motoragel 15-2. Sky are better on the bottom 3 races by 1 place, so even this one's got 7 runners, they're paying 3. So definitely got the choice. It's a Sky bet day, across all bets, I would say, for what I'm doing on the channel today. So I've done that as 25p each way trebles and 25p each way fourfolds. I am denied about, I could have done it like a 10p each way lucky 15, because I've got 2 lucky 15s, but this would have been my kind of third choice one, and I've in the end I've gone, no, it's not really worth it for the doubles. I'm doing it trebles and fourfolds. So if we could end up here walking away with 2 winners and getting no return. So it's one of those ones that prepare, it could be frustrated. They could all get beaten, it wouldn't matter, but yeah, I've done it as 25p each way trebles and 25p each way fourfolds. So it's a £2.50 bet as well. That is bet 2. And then bet 3, I've got cross doubles, and then bet 4 and 5 are standard lucky 15s. So with bet 3, I've got one obvious race and one far, far less obvious race. So the obvious race, 235 the Curragh, it's a really decent handicap to have a look at. I'm going with Lord Dudley 15-2. It's been backed in quite a bit. And then Goodnight Girl, so that was one I put up on my comments last night. You could have got 33s on Paddy Power, paying 6 on that last night. It's been backed in this morning to 18s. It's still worth a go. It needs to bounce back and it needs to get over a rubbish draw, but it might have enough to give it a go. So we're putting it in there even at that price. And I've done it with the 401 at Ripon. So Sky are paying 4 on this race. No one else is. I like a couple in there, and they're reasonable enough prices, and I just felt if I was going to do cross doubles, that's actually the race I'd rather do it with, because there's a few races today, obvious races you would look at on paper that I've not touched for the channel bets. So this is my cross double race, the 401 Ripon, Motteragel and Global Spirits. It's 4 times 25p each way doubles. That's bet 3. And then into my main 2 lucky 15s, so where most of the stake is. So bet 4, we're going 235 Curragh, Goodnight Girl, 258 Ripon, Regal Mirage at 16s, 401 Ripon, Global Spirit 17-2, and the 420 at the Curragh, Extensio. That's another one I put up on the comments and removed it. It got smashed in last night. It got 16s in places. I still think there's a bit of value at 15-2 though. So I've done it at 20p each way, lucky 15, and a 25p each way double on Regal Mirage and Extensio. So that makes it a £6.50 bet for bet 4. And then bet 5 is the same stake. So these are all jumps, two Market Rasen, 2 Cartmel. So 241, we follow that horse a lot on this channel. Ingleby Hollow 10s, the 303 at Cartmel, well educated at 9s, 314 Market Rasen, Manor Mountain at 7s, and then finishing off 334 Cartmel. I put that up last night as well as a value price. One night in town at 12-1, 20p each way, lucky 15, and then the additional double on Ingleby Hollow and one night in town. Any questions, as usual, shove it in the comments. I was going to flag what I've not done as well, because it's, as much as I'm putting out my tips, I'm also want to explain why I've left out certain things. So. Yeah, I left out the 229 at Cartmel. It's a good race in terms of extra places, but I just didn't like the betting structure. I felt like they were too close to call, some of them, and when you've got about 6 or 7 horses that are under 10-1, and there's not much to split them, in essence, you're then basically just playing with maths and throwing darts at it, rather than having a really kind of clear thought of what you're picking. So I didn't want to put something out on that race that I wasn't happy enough with the prices. So I've left out that 229 at Cartmel, but it's a good race to look at for some people. And then I left out the 2 Newbury races. There's the 256 at Newbury, which is a group race. Sky are paying 5 on that. And it really, I felt it was too difficult to call because too many of them have got question marks and nothing looks solid. So I've walked past that, and I've walked past the Super Sprint at 3:30. So I think Maria Branwell should even be shorter, and I did and about putting it in my win trebles and fourfold bet, but I can't really justify it. As much as I think 2-1, 9-4 is actually an okay price for that horse, I think it should be even nearer to evens, which is ridiculous saying that out loud in what is a 21 race. But on the bare form, that horse should win comfortably. So I've left out that race because I didn't like anything from a value point of view. So that is done. And then on to the golf. So this is just a quick recap. So of our single bets on the golf, we've got Finau, Fleetwood, Smith, Kitayama and Lawrence still in the mix. And really, it looks like Lawrence, Kitayama and Fleetwood are the ones that are going to give us a best chance on that. So we need them to move. In the main lucky 15, unfortunately, we've lost 2 legs. Jason Scrivener is very far back, so he needs to have an absolute brilliant day 3 and 4 to get anywhere close to the best Australians. Tristan Lawrence, again, is putting in a shift, as he has done for the last few weeks for us, about being top South African, so we'll keep an eye on that. And then bet 3, got 3 out of 4 legs are still in the running, but none of them are quite near enough. So they need a bit of progress, really, those 3. So we'll see. And this, the Wind Trixie got obliterated early doors. So that bet is sunk. So at the moment, if the golf ended right now, we get nothing back. Well, a little bit back for Tristan Lawrence. So it's not gone well at all. I'm really disappointed. But there's still 2 days of golf, so a lot can change. And apart from the top sort of few at the leaderboard, there's definitely some places to play for. So we'll see how we go. All right, that is me. I'll be back in the morning, and then I'm umming and ahhing. I'll think about whether I'm actually going to do a video Monday, Tuesday, because a lot of racing's got cancelled. And I think there'll be a lot of non-runners because of the weather anyway. So I'll be back in the morning for doing a video, and then I'll update tomorrow about whether I think I'll do a video Monday or Tuesday. Definitely will be on Wednesday, but Monday, Tuesday is a question mark because of the weather. All right, that is me. Thanks very much. Last thing, I was just going to say, yesterday I mentioned about not doing a video every day through the summer, and honestly, people are just lovely. And I've said this a few times doing this channel, and you think you kind of come on and set up some sort of channel and you'll be like getting trolled left, right and centre, but the vast majority of people who interact with my channel are decent folk, and there's a lot of decent folk. And if anyone's ever doubting kind of people's nature, I've come across so many more nice, decent folk whilst doing this channel than I have knobby McNobsters. So yeah, it does. You know, I didn't lose any faith in humanity. I think people inherently are decent, and there's the minority that are not. But yeah, some really decent folk on here. So thank you very much for your really, really kind message. I haven't actually replied to any, I don't think, yesterday. But yeah, I just want to say I really appreciate it because it's nice. It's nice. So yeah, keep being nice, people. Lovely. All right, see you in the morning. Thanks very much. Cheerio.